Hello everybody, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button, and today I thought I would talk through another project that we're going to have after Junk Journal July. So I was thinking about how can I keep my momentum going and have things that I can pick up and put down and just make, the end of the day, come and sit, not really think too heavy about it and just sort of get into that groove. So we've got the Just One Book project, which is how much can I make out of one book, including a journal. So I have to make a journal and as many elements as possible that could go in that journal. So that's an ongoing thing, and I've set up and gutted the book for you to see. Have a look, find that video and watch it. So that's my Just One Book project. So I thought, okay, let's do something similar. And I remembered this book that I made. So in May, I had a training day and I had to go into, there's two offices I have to visit in Cambridge, and I was going into the one that I don't go that often. And it was raining when I got dropped off and I didn't want to go in very early. So I went to a little coffee shop that was just around the corner, and it had this magazine that I used. It's called Velvet. It's a magazine that's specific for sort of East Anglia and Cambridge area, and it was very beautiful. And I sat there, it was such a dreary, horrible, rainy day, and it just felt like spring reading this magazine. And I thought, oh, I want to make that into something. So then I thought, I'm just going to use the rubbish from that day. So not all of the rubbish that I produced, but what recyclable things I could get, I would use it from that day. So that day I had something come through the post. So the cover is an envelope, and the thing that came through the post was a box that had a hole in it there. It's kind of like a box that the lid is here. And that became the cover of the journal. And then all of the elements besides this fabric and the thread, I can't word, are from the magazine. I allowed myself the use of some pens, stamps and ink, and some paint. And I had the coffee cup, these two bits of the coffee cup, the teacup that I had that morning. And I also allowed myself some things out of the recycling bin. So I got myself a couple of tea boxes. And what else did I get? I think it was just the tea box. Was there anything? Yeah, it was just the tea box. Yeah, it was just the tea box. So I made a journal that still felt very me. My vintage style that's a bit pretty, a bit whimsical, out of absolute rubbish. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it to the point where I think it took me like a day. Once I got into the groove of it, it didn't take very long. It took 2 days really, because it took me a day to sort of, and when I say a day, I don't mean like 8 hours. I mean like a crafting stint, a couple, 3 or 4 hours perhaps, to sort of sit and take the magazine apart and then stamp all the elements, sort of recognise what were the usable bits, because this is just from the magazine. It was from an advertisement for something, and there was 4 of these flowery bits, and I thought, oh, that'll do. It was a really beautiful magazine. It had pictures about art, even though like the advertisements were nicely done in the colours. Then these were statues. I think I'll do a full tour of it in a separate video, because this in itself I could spend ages talking about it. I just wanted you to give an idea of a finished product. So that's my May 2024 when I made it, and it's a true junk journal. It's a journal made out of junk. So yeah, there we go. So I thought we would do another one of these because I enjoyed doing it so much, but we're not going to do it quite in the same way, as in it's not going to physically look the same. I've got a box of stuff that I collected yesterday. So yesterday was, let me check the date. I should know, I'm doing Junk Journal July. So yesterday was Saturday, the 20th of July. And I have a receipt that I think has a date on it. Does it have a date on it? Yep, so it has a date and a time. So I have a receipt with a date on it. I've got these 2 trays that had peaches that I bought from Tesco when we nipped into Tesco. They're in a fruit bowl now. I'm knocking glue over. We had a bit of a braai last night, so we had some Cumberland sausages, which are quite nice. So that's from the outside packaging of the Cumberland sausages. I had something come through the post, or a courier, so this is the packaging from that, and the box is from that as well. Can't remember, what was it? Oh, it was my new lighting rig, that was what it was. I went to a maker's market and I bought a robin decoration. So I've got the maker's card and the little bag that my robin Christmas tree decoration came in. And then we went to this maker's market, which was a little bit disappointing, besides the girl who did the painted bits of wood. And we saw this magazine. So this is the other magazine. I'd say there's 2 really nice free magazines that you can get in the Cambridge area. One is called Velvet, and this is the other one called The Indie, which is all about independent businesses. So it's a really good, like, the heart of it is a good thing. And it's on this really nice matte paper. So we were sat in the coffee shop and I went over and just sort of picked up some bits and pieces to look at. I mean, because I do that. I don't like sitting on my phone if I'm with my husband and stuff. So, and you never know what you find in local magazines. You find good things to do and places to go and stuff. So I got the magazine and I was flipping through it and I thought, oh, I like this colour, because then I get attracted by the colours, and I thought, I like this, like it's like Eau de Nil kind of pale tealy colour, and it's straight at the magazine. And then I thought, oh, there's some really nice things that I could use in a junk journal. And the colour again, I thought that's different. Nice like houses. It's really big, so I'm being very... This is the Market Square in Cambridge City Centre. Cambridge is very beautiful. If you ever come to England, if you're not from England, or if you're up north or anywhere else, come for a day out around Cambridge. It is really beautiful. It's like a very beautiful city. It's very expensive and a bit snobby, but you know, you go with what you go with. So yeah, so we've got all these really beautiful elements. There's like even like logos that are really nice that could be cut out and used. So I thought, right then, I needed another project. We're going to have a true junk journal. So we put these big bits to one side. And I'm going to take you through today. I might not even make it. I might explain what I'm going to make. And then we'll see how we go. Because I don't want to switch you off before we get going. But this is one bit of a Petal journal. So a Petal journal is a folded journal that opens like that, and you basically stack them on top of one another. I do have another one of these that I've done that I'll do a tour of after July's over with. But so if you can imagine that you have like 2 or 3 of these and they all sort of stack on top of one another, and then you open up and then you've got these pages to decorate. And then actually in my Junk Journal July journal, I don't know what page it was quite early on. Yeah, it was page 3 fold. I have this sort of foldy out bit that like kind of opens up, and I really like it. I was like, oh, I can do something with that. And what I thought was the top bit of the journal, in fact, this is my original working out. If I can do that with the top bit of the journal, and it can sit on the top bit, that would make for a really interesting junk journal. It would have like interesting interactive elements, and it would just be very different from that, basically. I wanted it to look significantly different from that. So we're going to do that. Shall we do that today? Shall we have a go? If we got the base done, that would be good, wouldn't it? And then the other days we'll process for nice images. So now I just need 4 pages out of here that I'm willing to sacrifice what's on both sides. So I don't want to sacrifice this because I've got all these really nice kind of like images that can be used as elements in my journal. So I'm not going to get rid of that. That's not going to be one of them. I guess this video is about how you process stuff as well. I love this. And if you can see on this journal how I've used different colours to create sort of different coloured elements as well as pens. So this actually, the purple and the green in the background of this was on the magazine page. So I want to be mindful of that too when I look for these 4 pages. And then we've got other bits and pieces that are like elemental, you know, like that will look nice cut out. So we're not going to use that page. And this might be the trouble. We might keep going through because I like that on that page, the Market Square bit for the houses. I think I've got an idea of what I could do with that. So here we go. I'm going to keep going. I want those bits. I want that bit. Okay, we might be getting a little bit more into it now. Oh no, I like the nomad stuff. There's some really nice shops here actually if you were going to Cambridge. So I'll do a bit of Cambridge advertising. That's a really pretty shop and it's on King's Parade right across from the real Hogwarty bit of Cambridge colleges. And there was something that I wanted to do as well. Anyway. It's just a very nice place to go to. That's a nice restaurant. Tradizione on Mill Road. I used to live near there. We've moved now. Oh, see, that's got some nice... Actually, we'll have that. Can we have that one as well? Scots all day, that's good on Mill Road. We're telling you all these places to go to and you're like, I live in... The people that are generally watching Kettle's Yard's a really nice place to go to as well. People who watch my videos, from what I can tell, because I really don't understand the analytics bit, they are not at all from the UK. They're like, you're from America and Australia. Let me know where you are from. So, oh, that was it. I'm actually thinking of doing that. So that's Helen's Handmade Books. And you can go on courses. That sounds like a really nice thing to do. So, I think, let's have a see. I'm also looking for people in some of these images, so I'll double check. Because I make little paper fairies. Because that'll help it go through. So I need one more page. One more page. No, I see, like those will make fantastic paper fairies. All of those little tiny, which will be just, you know, that the right proportion. This one. Okay, itchy nose. Just going to cut down. Oh no, I need another one. I've only got 3 pages here. I've got How many pages am I going to do though? I could just do 2. Let's see. I can always add an extra one. So I've just asked you all, how are you if you watched the other video? Oh, I'm going to be sacrificing that page. Let's turn that. There's some elements that are not worthy of keeping. So we're going to fold that like that. Let's put that to one side, then you can see better. I don't do proper measuring, so this is going to be a little bit off, but that's the beauty of a junk journal, I think. It's a little bit off. Did I manage to save my... I don't think I did after all of that. Oh, I did. I wanted to keep the little jammy dodgers. Like a British child's favourite biscuit. No, probably child of the past. I shouldn't imagine children much now. So we're going to, all of them need that doing. Which fold should we do first? Let's save the complicated one for the last one. So we're going to do this one first. So we need to fold them both that way. And it doesn't matter, because I've like underfolded this one, but it doesn't matter if you do like more folds than you need, because you're going to be sticking loads of stuff over this. This is just the base. Okay. So with this, we folded it like that. We folded it like that. We folded it diagonally. Strictly you only need it to be diagonally one way, but we can do it diagonally 2 ways. So now what we're going to do is we're going to refold it. So refold it, and then you kind of pinch 2 corners towards you and fold it like that, and then that makes one of the petals. And like I said, it isn't going to be completely true because I'm not measuring it and I'm not being very careful, but you can trim things up and you're going to be sticking loads of things out. So that's the first page, or the first signature even. And I guess, I mean, we could we? Could we, Lindsay? Yeah, you could sort of sew a signature in there and in there, or in on that side, and then it would balance itself out. We might do that. That might be the way ahead. So I'll do it again. Fold it that way. That way. That way. And that way. And then you want to fold them both ways, or some of them both ways. That's it. and then you just sort of bring up those edges. There we go. And we can glue them together. So you need to glue them together so that they will open the same way. So the petally bits all need to be facing the same direction. And you have a choice now. You can just glue it down straight down so that the two flush pieces of paper become one. Or you can make a pocket. If you make a pocket, make the pockets not on a hinge side, but like on the outside bit. So, are we going to make a pocket? Do we want to make a pocket? I think we could make a pocket. So we're just going to glue it down 3 sides. And that way we can make some form of tag that fits in. And just glue it in. So it's all a bit untidy. You can trim it. I mean, you don't have to. It's going to get, you know, it might get raggedy where you've got bits sticking out anyway. But it's up to you if you want to do that. So that's the first bit of the journal. So this is the more complicated bit that I need to remember. So I'm just going to sort of unfold it a little bit. How did I do this? It wasn't like that, Lindsay. To remember. Do you know, I just redid it. I took it all apart and I redid it. So let's take it all apart again. Okay. And then I can remember. So I folded it like that. So let's fold that like that. I think where are the folds? The folds are the same, so you go diagonal, diagonal, and then there is a way of going in like that. Did we go like that? I think we did. Middle. My daughter, when she was younger, she was really into origami and she could make so many things. And there's a few things I can make. I can make like frogs and hearts and butterflies, but she could make so many things. So right, so now once we've got our shape like that and we fold them in, we're now going to fold them that way. Do the same thing. So we've got that, and then we want to fold it like that, I think. Then we open it back out, and then we fold in the corners. Do we want that like that? I think we do. Fold in the corners. Again, you can trim up any bits so you're folding in. Hope this makes sense. I have done it. I did it in the Junk Journal July one as well. I did it on camera. Once we've done it, I will take it apart and we'll redo it. I'm just going to trim these bits up, not going to worry about it too much. I do have a bone folder somewhere, but I think it's in my felt tote that I take downstairs. And that should fit on the top of that. Oh, look at that. So that'll open out up like that. And then the whole journal, because once that's stuck down there, will open like that. Once it's all stuck down, I'll be able to open it up properly. Okay, shall we go through this again? So we folded it like that, then we folded it like that, then we sort of brought everything in to make a triangle. So we sort of brought it in to make a triangle. Made a triangle like that. So that it looks like that on the top. Then we folded these into the middle. I'm not measuring. If I was measuring, it would be a lot more precise. Folded those into the middle. Then we flipped those in. And we flipped those in. Then we bent this up that way. And we bent it up that way. Then we grabbed the top, made it straight again, pointed it like that, opened it up and pushed down so that it made a square, and then we fitted all the bits in so that they were flush and that there was 2 doors on the front that I am going to trim up at some point, because we're going to cover all of this. So we stick that on there. I don't think we're going to have another pocket. I think we'll just have one pocket. But this will be the base of our journal. We might go back through the book and see if we can get another page to make another. Oh no, somebody's hammering something outside. Let's get the thingy back. Put that there. See, is there another page I don't particularly think I'm going to get anything out of. Oh, then my paper angels. Paper angels! What's that gone? This one. This one. So this is for the petal page. So we go through that process again. Fold it, make a square by folding it like that. Oh, that was that lady. I need to take a picture of that because I want to do that. There we go. Keep the bits because we'll have a stamping session. So we folded it over once, fold it over again. One fold like that, so it's jewelry. Do you know, I've even forgotten how to do that. It's a good job. Ah, that was it. But those folds don't look right. Need to add an extra bit. So why it's probably handy if you like decide you want to use elements like this in your journal, and I think the fun things to do is just have the example done in a bit of rough paper and just keep it so that you can, because even if you've done it 100 times you might forget. Again, lifting those corners up. Now we need to make sure that these edges match. I think we're only going to have that middle pocket, just not to make life complicated, but you could have as many pockets. You can also stack as many of these as you want. I think 3 really is the magic number when it comes to things like this. Okay. Up. Just have to be precise because, like I said, you got. Well, I'm going to be sticking bits over this. And I'm going to do some sort of like mechanism that you can hold on to it to open it and close it. You know, it might be 2 creatures or something, or a creature cut in half and you pull it up and I put it together. which would probably be quite nice actually. I've got some nice creatures I can do that with. So that's that. You can open it up. You can even have another, like a small signature in there. That might be interesting, something different, so that you're still then flicking through. We will come to that when we're adding extra bits and we're thinking about it. So that's that, and then this folds back, and that's the first page. And then this folds back and this one closes, and that's the second page. Make sure my fingers are right. And then this one folds back and this one closes, and that's the third final page. And it folds back over. If you wanted to make it a perpetual journal, you would do the same thing on the back and of that as well, but I don't know. I mean, we might come to that. So we are going to make a sustainable book, as I've called it, because I just literally used the words. We're going to process this magazine, choosing the interesting elements, because it's like, you know, young hearts run free and all of that. There's all kinds of words that we can bring out and process, put to one side and make a resource pack, and then start to develop our journal to make something that will be my ongoing style. Can add paint, all kinds of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's going to be our just one day, because it's rubbish, literally the rubbish. Let's get all the rubbish back. The rubbish from one day. I'm not going to add to it. I am going to just use what's in this box, other than I might use if I feel like I need the edges binding, I might bind them with a little bit of fabric. But we've got the receipt, got packaging from food that's obviously not smelly, not got any stains on it. We've got the paper bag and some packaging paper. So all of that we're going to take and we're going to make our book from in a process. So I don't know, what do you think? Let me know, tell me in the comments. It's kind of true junk journal, but hopefully in a pretty style, and something that would be very my style. I don't know if it's your style, because you'll be working your style out, or you already know what your style is, but I'm sure you could amend it to what your style is, because you're using your supplies. It will reflect you because you choose your supplies. But yeah, let me know what you think, and we will keep doing that. So I'm going to keep this book with it, because it's the way of reminding you guys as we go through this process, because there's going to be some videos where it's just going to be tearing paper up, but it's all part of this process. So I'm going to keep all of this in the book. Let me make sure I've got my actual little journal in here. I do. And that will be our just one day journal. Thank you for listening. I hope you join me on this. I hope that this is something that can be repeated often as we think about what we have and how we use it. Because I think you could probably do a seasonal one of these. Like, this might be a way of me doing Christmas. I'm already actually thinking of a paper bag journal that I could do as a Christmas type themed book. I love like seeking out my true vintage antique ephemera and using that, but I also think that I can still get the same satisfaction from using stuff that would just be put in the recycling and hopefully not in landfill. But there we go. Hope you join me. You can still use all your bits and pieces, and we can make something beautiful. Trash to treasure. There we go. So do all those YouTubey things, like, comment, subscribe, Is it share, hit the little bell, all the things, you know, the YouTubey things. Please do those things to help my little channel grow. Look forward to working with you on this, and I will probably see you tomorrow for Junk Journal July. Bye bye.